The Nitto Mud Grappler Tire is for those of you that have a 1987 all the way up to the most current year Wrangler that are looking for a really aggressive mud terrain tire. This is going to come in sizes from a 15 to a 20-inch wheel and tire sizes from 32 all the way up to 40. So no matter what size tire and wheel combination you're looking to run, you can get Nitto Mud Grappler to fit. Now, this is going to be, as I said, a pretty aggressive mud terrain tire. This is going to be more aggressive than the Ridge Grappler and the Trail Grappler that are also offered by Nitto. And a mud terrain tire is really for those of you that are going to be using it in an off-road situation. A lot of you will install a tire like this because you like the look of it, but if you're running mostly on the road, you're not going to get great wear out of this tire. You're going to get some noise out of this tire. If you're not taking advantage of all of the off-road benefits, I'd probably steer you more in the direction of an all-terrain tire. But if you are taking your Jeep off-road, you want something that's going to work really, really well for you on the rocks, in the mud, in the dirt, this is going to be it. A mud terrain tire is going to have some big aggressive lugs, nice deep tread with a ton of space in between them. And the space is there so that you can build up a little bit of wheel speed and clean out the tire. If you're running through the mud, this gets completely caked with mud. It ends up being like a slick, you get no traction. So the big gaps here are to be able to clean out that tread and get the tooth to the tire back again. All of the little slices in each of these lugs, that's called siping. That's designed to allow the tire to flex over obstacles. So especially when you air this thing down off-road, as you're going over an obstacle, the tire is really going to conform to the rocks, the roots, the sumps, whatever you're driving over, giving you maximum amount of traction. And a mud terrain is also going to have some tread that comes down onto the sidewall of the tire as well, giving you some additional traction and some additional strength out of that sidewall. When you are off-road, you're climbing on rocks at all types of angles. Those rocks can make contact with the sidewall. Sticks, stumps, other obstacles can come in contact with the sidewall and you can end up with a blowout if you don't have enough strength there. This tire, like most other mud terrains, is going to carry that tread around onto the sidewall, giving you a lot of strength. This tire is going to be right around the same price as a lot of the other mud terrains. You'll find that most of them fall right in the same range. Now, when you are looking at a tire, of course, the bigger the tire, the more expensive the tire, but also the larger wheel you're looking to mount the tire on, the more expensive the tire. So the more expensive versions of this are going to be the ones designed for a 20-inch wheel. But again, they're going to be right around where a lot of other tires are, give or take a little bit. I already went over a lot of the construction of this tire, and a lot of that construction is very similar to a lot of the other mud terrains that we see. Again, big aggressive lugs, lots of space so that they can clean out, siping, tread on the sidewall. This is going to be a 3-ply sidewall. That's another thing that will differentiate one mud terrain tire from another. If you find a mud terrain tire that's a lot less expensive than a lot of the other ones that you're finding, that's probably because it has a 2-ply sidewall. Of course, that's not going to be as strong. It's not going to offer the same protection as a 3-ply sidewall. So this is going to have 3 different layers in the sidewall. Again, this is just a very well-built tire. It's going to have all the benefits that you're looking for in a mud terrain, and it's going to work really well for you in an off-road situation. As for the install, of course, you're going to want to take this to a mountain balance shop. You're going to want to have them put the tire on your wheel, balance everything out. Now, if you are installing a big, say a 35-inch, 37-inch mud terrain tire, a lot of shops won't even bother balancing that tire right off the bat because you're going to throw a lot of rubber off that tire in the first 500 to 1,000 miles. So some shops, again, won't balance it out at all. Go drive it for a while, bring it back, then they'll balance it. So don't be alarmed if your shop makes that recommendation to you. Now, we've all seen YouTube videos of guys installing tires on wheels themselves at their house using some sort of explosive, essentially. Certainly not something that I recommend. If you have to do it on a trail fix, that's one thing. If you're mounting up a set of 5 tires, don't try doing it at home, unless of course you have a 3-piece wheel or a set of bead locks that are designed for that type of thing. These tires are going to run you anywhere from $290 to $525. As I said, the bigger the tire, the more expensive. That makes sense. Also, the bigger the wheel, the more expensive. That doesn't make quite as much sense to a lot of people. You figure a big wheel, you have less rubber there, but that's just the way it is, whether it's supply and demand or manufacturing costs. A tire for a big wheel is going to be more expensive than a tire for a smaller wheel in most cases. So depending on the size of the wheel, the size of the tire you're looking for, you're going to be anywhere between that $290 and that $525. So if you're looking for a very aggressive mud terrain tire to be used in an off-road situation, I would recommend taking a look at this Nitto Mud Grappler, and you can find it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.